Hi everyone, this is Susie with Creative Cafe, and I'm getting ready to do part 4 of my Once Upon an Eerie Tale series tutorial here. And anyway, I wanted to show you how I put together the last insert. This is all adhered down now, and so this of course is the front, and I think I've put that somewhere else in here. I'm going to have to, I wondered where that belonged, and I didn't hunt it up too well. But anyway, this goes actually right here. So there is that front. And then here is my pocket page. And here are my photo mats. And then here is, and I did put this, I wasn't sure which way I was going to do it when I actually done the tutorial. But I put the black checkered on the back, and I put this on the front because I actually wanted it to kind of tie in with this over here. So this is the way I went on the front. Actually love the polka dotted paper here. Went really well with the whole insert here. So, or tag. And then here is my flip page. Okay. And this I did tie my some black seam binding around, and this of course just opens up. I'll just go ahead and open it up and show it to you. All I did was take a piece from the sticker sheet, The Raining Cats and Dogs, and put it on. So let's just tie that back. Okay. And then here is the, I love this cover. This is actually what I'm going to have on my cover, only in the 8x8. Here is my little photo mat. And then flipping it up, here is the pocket and tag. Here is my little pocket page. And then here is my pocket all put together here. This is what I chose to put on the front. And then of course here is the inside. I feel some glue there somewhere. It got stuck. And then here is the back. And here is my postcard. And that just sits in the pocket. And then here is this page all put together. And then here is and I did put the band up a little higher, as you can see. I did put it up a little higher. And then of course here is the photo mat. Okay, and these are my inserts. So now we're going to get ready to do the covers. Okay, and I will still have to put my sticky strip on here. I haven't done that yet. So for the covers, and I gave this to you in the last video, but I'm going to give it to you again. You're going to need 4 pieces of black cardstock cut at 8.5 by 8 3/4. Okay. And then your 2 pieces of chipboard for the cover and the spine. You need 2 chipboard pieces, 7" by 8.5. And then 1 spine piece at 1 3/4 by 8.5. And I have them already sticky stripped and ready to go. And I do like to put a lot of sticky strip on my pieces here. So let me see how much time I have on the camera. Okay, I want to make sure I have plenty of time on my camera to do this. So, okay, so what you'll want to do, and I usually do put at least 1 piece of sticky strip going. And then I do use going diagonal, and then I will use my ATG gun to add a little more adhesive. So what you want to do is you want to grab your cover piece here. Go ahead and get your sticky strip all off of it. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and just add a little more. I always put it around the edges so that it holds really well. And then I usually just run one going diagonal, and then I just add a little adhesive from the ATG gun. Okay, so what you want to do is get one of your pieces. And your 8 3/4 is wide, and your 8 1/2 is long. So what I do is I take my sticky side down, and this is going to be hard to do, and I don't know if you can see it in the camera for sure, but I always put mine upside down, and I just line up my edge. My edge is there. Okay, just if you line it up here, it will usually fit all here. Okay, and then you're going to have this little bit of hangover, which is okay. Because what you want to do then, and I'm going to leave one of my pieces on because this is actually just a little bit shorter. I like to overlap the spine pieces. So I'm going to take this off the spine. I'm going to leave one edge on for now. Okay. And I really don't know who came up with this idea for these covers. When I first learned to do it, it was actually Laura Dennison over at Follow the Paper Trail who done it. But I don't know who the originator of it was, or you know, who actually come up with it first. There's lots of people who do it and lots of videos on YouTube showing it. So anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to line up, and I'm going to leave a very small space, just enough to, probably about probably less than 1/8 of an inch. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to stick it down so you can bend your book. That's all you want, is enough to bend your book, okay? I don't know if you can see the gap, but it's very little gap. It's about I'd say about 1/8 of an inch gap. So anyway, and then this is what it's going to look like. And see, here's my strip. And what I'll do now is I'm going to take this off. I wasn't sure how much was going to be left over there. There's going to be a little bit of sticky, so just be careful when you set it down, especially if you're setting it on any kind of paper. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is lay it over, and I'm going to grab my other piece here. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start peeling off. I need to have my little knife here to grab my tape off, but I didn't have it, so okay. So I want to make sure to get all the paper off. Got one little piece that's wanting to hang in there. If I can get it or not, but there we go. And then of course I'm going to grab my ATG gun, run me some adhesive. Now I like my covers to stick, so I like to put quite a bit of adhesive on them. Okay, and this is going to be the same way. If you'll line up these edges over here, you can pretty much have it right on target. Okay, same way it's going to have the little bit of hangover. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive. I think I'll put it on here. I'm going to add a little of adhesive right here to make sure that where it overlaps, it will be sticking. Okay, so I'm going to add about that right there, and then I'm going to add a piece right on the edge here. And that should catch anywhere that, you know, that it's not going to. I'm going to go ahead and add just a little right here. Like I said, you want this to be sure and be sticky, so let's get rid of that. just a little bit here where it's shy. Okay, so then what you want to do is the exact same thing. You're going to leave about your 1/8 of an inch. Just kind of line that up. All right. And you're going to bend that just like you did. Okay, and then here is your book, and of course here is your little spine piece, which I'll have that covered, so that little part isn't going to matter too much. Now some of them will actually cut it a 1/2 inch bigger and fold it in, but you know, I usually just take my black ink and just ink these edges. You know, I try to do it as simple as possible. Okay, then for your inside covers, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to peel that off, and I'm going to place it on the top just like this. I'm going to bend it. Then I'm going to put my adhesive here just like I did on the back side, and I'm going to overlap it just like so, just like that. It's going to be overlapped too. So anyway, I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I've got everything ready. I've got my first one on, and I've went ahead and kind of bent it to the book. And so on the back side of my next piece I put on, I put a couple of pieces of sticky strip here, and I've put one on the very tail end of my thing because I want it to be sure and hold. And then I went ahead and used my ATG gun and got that all nice and adhered there, sticky, so it will stick nicely. Okay, and the same way here, you just want to line up your ends. And if you can get those ends lined up, then everything else will pretty much fall into place. So, okay, all right. And if you end up with something like this, it's okay, because we will go ahead and just put black ink on that anyway. It's not going to be seen. And then I just go ahead and bend it. Okay, and here is my book. There it is, just like that. And I'll ink it up whenever I get ready to do the front covers. Okay. Okay, once you have your pieces put on, what you're going to do is I'm going to cut another piece here that is the 8.5 by 1 3/4 inches. And I've got it sticky stripped all on the back because I'm actually just going to put it right here. And it'll kind of cover these pieces that didn't meet. So anyway, what you want to do when you cut your 1 3/4 piece is just get your ruler, and you want to mark it at a 1/4 inch from the edge. Then you want to mark it at the 1/2 inch from here. So you've got a 1/4 inch from here. From this line to this line is your 1/2 inch. That's for one of your inserts. Then you're going to mark your 1/4 inch over from this last line. You're marking it a 1/4 inch over. Then you're going to do a 1/2 inch over, and then you should have a 1/4 inch. And what it does is it gives you a 1/4 inch from this edge, a 1/4 inch from this edge over, and then you've got a 1/2 inch and a 1/2 inch, and this 1/4 inch is another space. Your insert is going on this 1/2 inch and this 1/2 inch, and then you kind of have a 1/4 inch in between to give your pages room to be able to bend. So anyway, that's basically how you're going to do the spine. Let me get my tape off here. Okay. And you want it to be good and sticky, so whatever you do, make sure that you put a lot of adhesive on there. You want it to be good and stuck down. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this right in the spine. And it will cover up your overlap. Okay, and you just kind of want it to fit right in between the two pages so that it's right in the spine. Okay? So then you want to take your... And it won't matter if you take your last insert or your first one, whichever way you want to do it. I think I'll put my last insert in there first. So just be sure that the sticky strip, you peel it off from your... Now what I do is, the pencil marks are going to be my guideline, and I actually put a little X on my 1/2 inch. So I know that's exactly where I want to put this insert. From here to here is 8.5. So you're lining up this and this with your spine. Okay, and then you're just going to put it right there in the middle where you've drawn your line, in between your two lines. Okay, and you don't have to be just perfect. A lot of times, you know, you can get away without being perfect on your spine if you're a little off. Okay, and I just usually press it down. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing with my first insert. Peel the tape off, and I'm going to put it right... Actually, I'm going to follow this outer line because that is where it should be. And I can kind of eyeball that I am even there. So, with this and the top. Okay? And I'm just going to press it down. And there is the book. Okay? And it closes nice. There's your book. And it's that easy. Anyway, you're just going to open it up and flip your pages. There's your 1/4 inch in the middle. Okay, and there is your 1/4 inch on the end. So anyway, there is your book. It's that easy. Now, when I get this all, my covers all done inside and out, I will post it and let you see, you know, what it looks like when I get it done. So anyway, thanks so much for watching.